fastest 4G network.
Plans to increase the output in the renewable energy sector. New road safety measures implemented near a nursery school. And in sports, the top players head into tonight's quarterfinals of the World Road Tennis Championships.
The CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom. This is the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, the future of the renewable energy sector in Barbados appears to be bright. This as government has outlined plans to increase the sector's output along with a heightened interest from young people. Government's plans include offering more concessions for the sector and lowering the fees for those entities intent on selling power to the grid. Prime Minister Frundell Stewart says there will also be a review of and a public discussion on the draft national energy policy.
It indicates that the island can increase the renewable energy penetration level in the electricity supply to a target of 76% of peak generation. The Cabinet will therefore in 2017 review and increase the allocation of licenses for intermittent renewable energy generation connected to the national electricity grid.
Mr. Stewart says a study is being conducted on the solar water heating sector to improve its output.
The success of this sector has shown what local entrepreneurial spirit, generous fiscal concessions, and the support of the community can achieve to make the island a model in the world. We need, however, to increase the penetration rate of these systems in the island, especially in the lower income sector.
Meantime, students from across the island continue to be actively engaged in producing and improving their projects. Dwayne Archer from the Coleridge and Parry School has been working hard on his hydro generating plant.
Right now it's not at its full potential, but I'm hoping to improve it in terms of making it better and more efficient for next year. More efficient for next year, and it will be able to charge more appliances and different appliances and stuff, and using the actual concept of using the poles and magnets instead of the motor. So this project actually basically just use water to generate electricity.
Jeremy Applewaite's solar laptop cooling system is equally as impressive.
Basically, the solar laptop cooling system cools laptop system and starting from overheating and charges any voice cable or USB charging. We have a solar panel that up from the back, which recharges the battery at 12 volts of voltage regular, reduces the battery voltage from 12 volts to 5 volts, send 5 volts to the output chargers and power the fans.
And given these developments, it is sure that there will be more developments in the renewable energy sector. Lisa Lord, CBC News. Well, Barbados has the potential for offshore oil development. Prime Minister Frundell Stewart has assured there will be no contradiction as it moves towards building a green economy. He says since 2013, government has been pushing its sustainable development agenda and remains a leader. Prime Minister Stewart says government recognizes that it must pass on a sustainable environment to future generations. And while he agrees that the island must adopt the Singapore model, he says Barbadian attitudes must change first. The Prime Minister's comments came as debate resumed on a resolution to accept the Barbados Green Economy Scoping Study as a national information document.
If we are going to get this green economy right, if we're going to create a more environmentally friendly Barbados, if we're going to deal with some of the drainage problems, which the Honourable Member for the City quite properly and quite wisely raised. We can't be throwing beds alongside the road and dropping old chairs where wells need to get their water. You can't do that.
Prime Minister Stewart says he fully embraces what the green economy scoping study advocates.
We have to integrate these things and make sure that we pursue a developmental path that is sustainable, by which I mean that we not only take care of our interests in the year 2016, but we leave a Barbados, or pass on a Barbados to future generations that is better and more environmentally sound than the Barbados that we inherited.
More than $1 billion. That's the price Finance Minister Chris Sinclair says it will cost the state-owned Barbados Water Authority to correct the basic challenges facing its water network.
Not inexpensive business. Whether you're talking about network, changing pipes, whether you're talking about reverse osmosis, desalination plants, fixing South Coast and South Coast sewage project, doing a West Coast sewage project, fixing Bridgetown. All of these things, if you add them together, will come to more than $1 billion. Well, we've spent more than $500 million of that already, and still have considerable distance to travel to get that situation under our thumb and under control.
Mr. Sinclair says the situation is similar with respect to waste management.
State with limited resources. Remember I said $1 billion for water. You're going to talk about close to $500 million to treat the waste, to collect the waste. But nobody wants to accept this fact. Because me and you, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are happy when we see the sanitation truck come and the garbage is carried away.
MP for the City of Bridgetown, Jeffrey Bostic, says the opposition Barbados Labour Party supports the resolution. According to him, there's no need for partisan politics on issues such as climate change and the green economy. The city MP says urban corridors remain vulnerable and he wants climate change to be at the center of programs being developed.
Whichever government is formed when elections are called, that government should be able to pick up from what has been done and take it further in the interests of this country. I also would like to say, Mr. Speaker, that we need to move expeditiously when it comes to this matter. I mean, it was discussed in 2007, we are at 2016. We have to move much faster with this. In terms of climate change, yes, and because what we do now will affect what this country looks like in the future.
Well, government is getting tough on litter bugs. Legislation is coming to stamp out the practice, especially along the nation's highways. The revelation was made by Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley, who says it will be soon an offence to litter on the highway. Government is also moving to address the issue of abandoned vehicles.
Yes, the CTO, he has power under the Highway Act to take the necessary power. But when we include it in the Road Traffic Act, it's not an offense. I have the section here that we place it in the Road Traffic Act to give power. To those persons who have the power under the Road Traffic Act to remove abandoned vehicles on the highway and where they are obstructing traffic, and of course where this abandoned vehicle is contributing to the obstruction of transport, and of course where there's a threat to the health of the persons in the community or those nearby.
Mr. Lashley also outlined some programs to be pursued as government moves to develop a clean transport policy for the island.
We've looked at the execution of LED street lighting retrofits along the highways by 2017. In the integration of electric buses in the public transport sector by 2018. Employing new technologies and building management practices that are both cost-effective and environmentally responsible. expand the use of alternative fuel vehicles government-wide, and of course, to ensure that low-cost, high-efficiency vehicle options are available to customer agencies. So those are some of the objectives that we're looking at in relation to our program.
As government continues to face challenges implementing the National Social Responsibility Levy, the International Business Minister, Donville Innes, has made it clear the tax does not apply to that sector. Minister Innes says he's even indicated his interpretation of the legislation to the Finance Minister, Chris Sinclair.
Respect of the international business sector, I've written to and indicated to my colleague, the Minister of Finance, and others, that my interpretation of the legislation that governs that particular sector makes it clear that that levy should not be applicable to the industry in particular. But certainly the Barbados Revenue Authority continues to be available to address any concerns that one may have. I think we have addressed most of the concerns. There are a few left, and they're very much being addressed as we go forward.
Minister Innes made the point during his feature address to the 23rd Annual Conference of ICAB, that's the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, and it was at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre. There, he also revealed that government is working with a number of private entities to aggressively go after international business in the UK, European and South American markets. It's an effort, he says, to help boost economic growth.
So greater market penetration must continue, especially in Latin America, and indeed in further field in Africa and Asia. But let me also say to you that there is a real and present opportunity for Barbados to get more business out of the United Kingdom and out of the evolving European Union. Let us take advantage of the uncertainty that is created through their own political machinations in the UK and in the EU, and offer Barbados as a safe haven, as a place that offers to the world an opportunity for those British companies and EU companies to locate and to do business globally.
The island's leading retailer of petroleum products has joined the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation's Guardian of the Heritage initiative. Sol Barbados Limited publicly demonstrated it was on board, with General Manager Ezra Prescott raising the Barbados flag this morning during a brief ceremony. The initiative is the CBC's creative contribution to Barbados's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations. Mr. Prescott says Sol, which operates in almost 24 territories, is delighted to be involved.
We at Sol are happy to be a partner with CBC in this endeavour. We wish Barbados happy 50th independence. Certainly as a company operating in 23 territories, we are pleased to be seeing Barbados reach its own milestone. We look forward to many more, and thank you on behalf of Sol.
Assistant Program Manager for TV, Joel Ford, welcomed and thanked Sol, praising its growth and innovation over the years.
We at the CBC are so happy to partner with Sol in this initiative for the 50th anniversary of independence. Sol shows us what Barbados can do. They're a company that started small, and they've taken their innovation, their products, and their marketing of those products across the Caribbean and the world. We want to take this opportunity to thank them so much for coming on board with us at the CBC to be guardians of our heritage, and we look forward to partnering with them in other initiatives in the future. To Sol, thank you and happy independence.
Coming up, we'll tell you about a new program aimed at road safety. Stay with us.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel. Digicel, the fastest 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153 to sign up to Digicel today.
More great cities just got closer. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard is now even better. Fly to New York, Miami, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale with just 20,000 Scotia points. With your new Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard, you'll receive a welcome bonus of 10,000 Scotia points, so you can enjoy the cities you love most sooner than ever. Apply today. Call 426-7000 or visit your nearest branch.
Liat is giving again for its 60th. 20% off all flights for travel until December 15th, but you must book before Sunday, November 13th. Go to www.liat.com for more details. Liat, the Caribbean airline.
This week on Rejoice and Sing, JT Ministries.
Don't try to tell me if God is there. He woke me up this morning.
We get up close and personal with Jonathan Nelson.
Our tongue is a powerful mechanism where we can speak to something that does not exist and cause it to be because we have the creative power of God.
Our spotlight guest is J. Simone.
You don't have to search no further. I'll be the one.
And finally, we have a video from Travis Green. Don't miss Rejoice and Sing, Sunday, 9:05 p.m. Brought to you by Sewing World Department Store and Black Image for savings, satisfaction, and service. New road safety measures by the Thelma Berry Nursery School are allowing parents and staff to breathe a little easier. And crossing the road should be a breeze now for the little ones, thanks to a new program by the Ministry of Transport and Works aimed at road safety. Lorna Jones tells us more.
Crossing this section of road in front of the Thelma Berry Nursery can present a major challenge for students making their way to and from school. And in response to the cries of parents and staff, the Ministry of Transport and Works has stepped up to provide a safe solution for crossing. As you approach the school, you may notice that the zebra crossing has been repainted. You will also notice something new: white zigzag lines along the roadside. These signal that you are in a school zone and should proceed cautiously.
Before we had a reduced speed now sign, which was very subjective. Now the ministry, in trying to make our roads safer, they have come up with the sign of 40 kilometers around school zones. And as you approach the school zone, you will obviously see those zigzag lines around the school zones, and they're telling you that it is a school zone. It is identifying those zones, and it is also telling you that you need to reduce your speed.
Parent Sean Phillips is happy that the measures have been put in place.
It controls the traffic approaching the corner, which provides a measure of safety in crossing the road. I think all of us as parents and children as well welcomes this initiative, and that it goes throughout the island of Barbados to ensure the safety of our children and parents as well.
This initiative is part of the MTW's Pedestrian Safety Partnership Program, a collaboration between government and the private sector. The Barbados Road Safety Association, Harris Paints, Adopt a Kilometer, and Liat have all signed on to make this possible. Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley is happy to see the private sector partnering with government in its initiatives.
This initiative is but one of the several measures which our ministry is presently undertaking to ensure the safety of Barbadians on our roads. We are also working on a project now that is the Million Pay program. We started at White Park Road, we started at Torres Road, we started at Ocean City and St. Philip. So we million paving roads all over this country to ensure that there's safety on the road.
And disclose that further road safety enhancement measures will be unveiled shortly. 50 crosswalks will be refurbished as part of the program. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Police in Barbados are seeking the public's assistance in locating two men wanted in connection with serious criminal matters. One of them is 45-year-old Adrian Ricardo Reeves. His last known address is Holders Road, Q Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael. He is just about 6 feet tall, of slim build and black complexion. The other is 45-year-old Dave Christopher Reeves. His last known address is Block 25A, Haynesville, St. James, and he's formerly of Block 1E, Hilton Road, which is also in Haynesville. He is about 6 feet 2 inches in height, slim slim build and has rasta locks. Both men are advised that they can present themselves to the police accompanied by an attorney at law of their choice. Now, any person who may know the whereabouts of Adrian Ricardo Reeves or Dave Christopher Reeves is asked to contact the police emergency at telephone number 211, Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477, CID Central at 430-7189, or the nearest police station. Now, the public is being reminded that it is a serious offense to harbor or assist wanted people, and anyone caught committing this offense can be prosecuted. Meantime, police are also asking for the public's help in identifying a person of interest in a number of investigations. Lawmen have provided this sketch of the man, who is about 5 feet 1 inch tall, stocky to medium build with a roundish face. He's also believed to be of mixed race, that is Indian and black. The man was wearing a rust-colored t-shirt with a round neck, tightly fitted with a zigzag pattern, and a long pair of blue jeans, as well as a peak cap. Anyone who can provide information to assist in identifying this man is asked to contact police. In other news now, it was a tribute to two great Barbadian prime ministers, and one that brought their political parties, the Democratic Labour Party and Barbados Labour Party, together, at least for the afternoon. Denise Blackman tells us more.
It was a tribute to two great Barbadian prime ministers, and one that brought their political parties, the Democratic Labour Party and the Barbados Labour Party, together, at least for the afternoon. At the Ursuline Convent School, St. Angela's, leader of the opposition BLP Mia Motley and DLP General Secretary George Pilgrim both received rewards of recognition on behalf of former Prime Ministers the late Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow and the late Tom Adams. The tribute was the effort of the Citizens of Barbados Rewards and Recognition Committee. After entertainment by the students, Ms. Motley addressed them, encouraging them to always do the right thing.
The nation will only remain as strong as it is if people like us, young and old, all colors, everyone stands up, all religions, if we stand up and do what is right and avoid what is wrong.
And George Pilgrim made a case for them to respect their leaders.
Acknowledge and appreciate the work that your teachers are doing on your behalf. Very often we come to school and we take for granted the role that teachers play in your lives.
Chairman of the committee, Bernard Connell, appealed to members of each party to keep the best interests of Barbados at heart.
We want to see a nation that is able to grow its own food and perhaps feed itself. We want to see a nation that idolizes the best of our past leaders and our national heroes. We want to see a more proactive, accountable, responsible ministries and state institutions.
50 Barbadians who played a significant part in nation building will be awarded in total by the end of next year. Denise Blackman, CBC News.